Hey guys, it's Arturo Rubio from Attract and Seduce Hot Woman. Today I'll be talking about what women hate in men. So I got a handful of qualities for you guys. The first quality is desperate guys, needy guys, and clingy guys. A big turnoff for women. So you want to avoid being that guy who always follows women around, the guy who's always chasing, the guy who's always calling her or calling her too much, guy who texts her too much. That's got to stop. You want to give her space, and a lot of times you want to show women that you're a guy who has options as well. Because I already told you in a previous video that women in general have a normal attractive woman has plenty of options. So it's also good to be seen as a guy who has options as well. Next quality is a guy who cannot be serious. This is especially true for guys who like to joke around a lot and don't know when to stop. As you may know, teasing and being that playful guy works to your advantage during the attraction phase. But once you enter the rapport phase, most of that teasefulness and bantering has to stop, and you gotta work on connecting with a woman more, and really getting to know a woman and understanding a woman. So know when to stop. And you usually stop being that teaseful guy once a woman starts asking you a personal question first. Especially if she starts asking you a personal question one after another, that she's telling you that she is ready to go into rapport with you. She's ready to start connecting with you. So, and it's also true for guys who are just aimless in life. Guys who are just aimless in life, they're not pursuing their dreams, their passion. It's very unattractive to women. So work on putting your life together and really following your passion and dreams. Very attractive to women. A guy like that. A third quality is a guy who's indecisive. A guy who cannot make decisions for himself. Especially a guy who cannot make decisions when it involves the girl being with you, whether you guys are going on a date or a hangout. A woman expects you to be the guy who's in control, who's making decisions, and who's always leading her. And also being that timid guy. You don't want to be that timid guy. A lot of times when you first meet a woman, at first some guys may be a bit timid, they may be a bit nervous, and sometimes women find this attractive sometimes. But women expect that timidness and that nervousness to go away with time. The next quality is being that boring guy. That guy who's very predictable, who doesn't have a very exciting lifestyle. Or you want to make an attempt to have a lifestyle that's fun, a lifestyle that women would want to be part of. You also don't want to be that guy who's complaining a lot, complaining about everything, complaining about life, complaining about work all the time. That's depressing, and it just brings women. You don't add emotional value to women, and as you guys know already, a woman rely a lot on their emotions and how they feel. So instead, bring her emotions of fun, excitement, mystery, curiosity. The next quality is a guy who's oversexual. A guy who's oversexual, very perversive, always talking about sex. This just shows women that you're not very experienced sexually, and it's just unattractive. There's sometimes it's a good idea to talk about sex sometimes in two situations. sometimes during the attraction phase, because there's women that you can start talking about sex right away. Not all women, but some you can. But then you definitely want to start being sexual once you're going into the seduction phase. But if all you're talking about constantly or a lot is just sex, 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 it's a big turn off to women, and it just makes women run. And the next quality that women hate in man is a guy who is not able to read her signs. Again, women communicate with people, especially their close friends, with subtle signals. A lot of times women are not going to tell you something directly, like logically, verbally. A lot of times women are going to communicate with you through their eye contact, their body language, and how they say things. Not really what they say, but how they say things. Because sometimes a woman can tell you something, but the way she says it is telling you something else. So make sure to, know those signs and read them well. Because a guy who cannot read a woman's subtle signals, that just tells a woman that you're not very experienced being around women. And again, it's not a very attractive quality. So these are it, guys. These are it. This is Arturo Rubio. Stay tuned for more tips.